Hello, everyone. Tired? No? Another very interesting topic, hopefully. Today we will explore monorepos. By the way, who doesn't know what is monorepo is? Anyone? Oh, cool. There are some hands. All right. So we will explore monorepos today from a perspective of another method of managing source code. And this method has both benefits and downsides, okay? So it's a valuable tool for some of the projects, but not the silver bullet for all. Okay, but first let me give you a quick background of myself. I'm Andrei. I'm a senior software engineer in Grid Dynamics. I have over 14 years of experience in web UI and web development, and especially e-commerce. And I had a chance to work in a wide range of complex projects, including with the Monorepo setup. So yeah, outside of my work, I'm doing some manual stuff like crafting, drawing. I love everything which is electrical, like scooter, drones, and so on. I also love diving, free diving. So yeah, I know this is interesting, but we have another topic, so let's move on. Why I'm bringing monorepos today? So past few years I've been working with them extensively, and I've noticed a couple of common challenges that we are facing, especially when we bring more and more developers to the project. And today I'm going to share that experience with you and talk about the good parts, some challenging part, and overall what we should keep in mind when we consider or we're already using monorepos. So we will cover today the following. We will start from defining what is monorepo. Then we will dive into the benefits and drawbacks, because understanding both sides is crucial for smart decisions. We will slightly review the business impact, followed by Uber case. Uber case is especially interesting because they managed to make monorepos work at scale using the tools that we all know. Then we will dive into the essential practices, and we will try to predict the future of monorepos. Okay, so every time I'm explaining what is a monorepo, I'm bringing this analogy. Think about monorepo as a giant shopping mall. When all stores operating under one roof, they're sharing the same infrastructure and facilities, and everyone benefits from that. But as all malls have issues, monorepos at scale have pretty much the same issues, actually. So just think about busy Saturdays when all parkings are busy, stores are cluttered, and cars are lining up and waiting for a spot. Similarly, in monorepo, if many developers pushing the changes at the same time in one main line, there are bottlenecks, and there usually happens. And the more people you have on the project, the more coordination you will need to keep things moving forward, okay? So let's try to answer on a question, is a monorepo right for everyone? And the short answer, definitely not. But the right question would be, are you ready for a monorepo? And the decision formula would be to ask yourself 3 simple questions. Can your teams maintain one single main branch? The second question, are you constantly keep your boundaries between projects? And the third question would be, are you willing to invest in tooling? So if your answer is no on any of those questions, that means you should stick with multiple repositories. They are not great, yes, but they are forgiving. All right, let's quickly review who choose Monorepo? And on top left, you see companies like GitHub, Google, Uber, Meta, and Microsoft. They are successfully adopted monorepos, but their success with monorepos isn't accidental. This comes from three fundamental organizational capabilities. The first one, all those companies, they have very well established CI/CD process. This process ensures the strict control over branching. They also have high engineering level, let's say, ensuring clean boundaries between the modules. And they, of course, have enough resources to invest in internal tooling. So these charts show us something crucial. Successful adoption of Monorepo isn't about size of the company. It's about where you sit between modular and monolith and whether you have all those three capabilities in place. But what about others? So other companies usually choose the polyrepo or multiple repositories. And it's a smart choice actually, but why? Because basically it just fits their needs. They probably value team autonomy, independent deployment cycles. They just need simple tooling, right? And also they need flexibility when they scale different applications independently. So now as we understand when Monorepo is right choice, let's view on the bigger picture. This is the software delivery cycle options that maps to different organization sizes, different team sizes. And the first is single application with the straightforward pipeline because we have one repo, one build, and one release process. The second, monolith, usually the companies that grow, they move to a monolith architectures, but the process is pretty much the same as previous. The only difference is in team sizes and in complexity of of the repository. Next, we have Monorepo. Notice how it manages one repo but multiple applications and also multiple build and release processes. But there is a one line which is showing us that the release and build are connected, meaning coordinated. With federated system, usually they used in bigger companies with separate teams that maintains independence. Yes, they can share some standards, some common infrastructure, but still they have different build processes and release processes. Okay, now we saw who benefits from Monorepo, but let's actually see what exactly they get and what it costs them. I will show you a couple of Monorepo benefits, but I will not focus on benefits itself because it's well described over internet everywhere. If you find a Monorepo article, you will see a lot of information there. I will focus on challenges that those benefits bring. For example, one key benefit, one source of truth, it comes with significant challenges. And the first one is everything is connected. Meaning, if we remember the shopping mall, right? So one fire alarm in a small store will require us to evacuate the entire building. Similarly, in Monorepo, one team problem, it's a problem for everyone. Team become interdependent, meaning you will not be able to work in isolation. Any change, anything needs to be coordinated with other teams. Another key benefit of Monorepo, the power of atomic changes. It's indeed powerful benefit, but this power comes with significant challenges as well. The first one, breaking changes. If someone breaks something, it might break everything. Merging becomes complicated because you basically coordinate with multiple teams. There is higher risk of integration issues. Basically, integration issues can propagate through the system quickly. And also testing needs to be robust because one small change will affect the entire code base, right? So you need the cross-project testing. Another benefit is sharing, also quite powerful, but also comes with significant challenges. So pure code can propagate through all the projects quickly. Complex dependencies, because imagine many developers and teams, they're creating shared code and they're reference that. Sometimes it's really hard to understand who owns that shared code and who manage that code. Cross-team collaboration also complicated because any change that you've done, you have to coordinate with someone. Cool. Now, we will see some business values. We reviewed technical benefits. They are cool, but what exactly business get from that? And there is 3 major business values that we've seen while integrating Monorepo. The first one is reduced time to market. The second, accelerated innovation and consistent user experience. So those points are very explanatory, but I'll give you one example. So before Monorepos, in order to redesign some enterprise website or e-commerce website, usually it took us a couple of seasons to deliver. With Monorepo, we are able to redesign the entire website in 1 season. And this is the real power. Okay, and I just wanted to ask if any of you worked on the project with 50 plus, yeah? Cool. Yeah, so I can feel you. For those who didn't raise your hands, you still have a chance to resolve merge conflict during your dating. So now, Uber case. Yeah, you might ask why I'm talking about Uber, not Google or other big companies. And usually those big companies, they are working with custom-built version control systems. However, I choose Uber because they're most like regular business company, and like mere mortals, they are using Git. So here are some numbers. They're impressive. So Uber operates multiple large monorepos, including Go, Java, iOS, Android, and Python. They have thousands of developers committing 200 commits per hour. And there is a very interesting number, which is 20 minutes per commit. But what does it mean? It means that any commit can be processed in just 20 minutes. Think about that. Once you press on submit button, your code needs to be validated, tested, and integrated into the main branch in just 20 minutes. It's less time. Sometimes it will take it more time to get Uber ride, right? So 20 minutes, incredible. So how do they manage that? Here is a high-level code change workflow at Uber. The first part should be familiar for most of you. So we create a change, we submit the change, we receive reviews, then we update it, then we receive approvals, and we submit our code. But see how the code is not integrated into the Monorepo directly. It goes through this, how Uber call it, submit queue. And this is the most complex and vital process for maintaining stability and ensuring scalability at Uber. Let's quickly see how submit queue works. This is quite complicated topic and will require additional presentation, but I'll try briefly describe how it works. So all changes enters the distributed queue. This is just a smart queuing mechanism, not standard, because with that scale and with that amount of changes, it will be just not a queue bottleneck. But with the help of Planner Engine, which is working like a smart controller or traffic controller, but for code, that Planner Engine predicts, it goes through all the changes and predicts which changes can be proceed without issues. And with the help of speculation engine, which predicts with 97% accuracy, they know exactly that this particular change will pass all the builds and tests. Also, they have conflict analyzer, which makes all the graphs with all the changes and understand in which exact position that change needs to be integrated into the main branch. And the result of that, 200 changes per hour. All right, let's summarize of Uber case. So they managed to stabilize the main line from 52% to 100% with standard Git tooling, which is impressive. And there is a couple of business impacts. More than 90% of developers reported improvement in productivity. Now, essential practices. Those practices might help any organization with their success with Monorepo. But I will start with 3 fundamental laws of Monorepo success. The first law, the law of branching. Branch rarely and merge quickly. This is the rule. And think about branching like creating parallel universes. The more you create, the harder it's get to back together, right? The second law, the law of modularity. Maintain clean boundaries. Think about it like you need to build something with Lego. And great teams, they will keep everything organized. And because of that, they will know exactly how pieces are fit together. Bad teams, they will put everything in a big box. And this is the recipe for chaos. So in Monorepo, maintaining clean boundaries is crucial because everyone in Monorepo use the same Lego box. And the last one, the law of tooling. Invest in tooling. Think about it like you have a project, skyscraper project. For that, you need proper tools. You wouldn't build it with just a hammer and a screwdriver, right? So you need solid tools, the same for Monorepo, to handle that scale and to handle that complexity. Now, here is essential development practices that might help you. And there is 4 main areas. The first one is architectural practices. This is your foundation. This is about modular design, clear boundaries, and organized management, dependency management. Remember the Lego. Quality assurance, we discussed that. So one small change can break the entire system. So you have robust cross-project testing. Collaboration. Monorepo changed completely the way how teams are working together. So code review or knowledge sharing is a way more efficient in Monorepo. And process and tooling. This is basically everything that helps your day-to-day operation and helps running everything smoothly. Now, let's see what's next with Monorepo. And I put just few trends that I think will shape the Monorepo future. So better tooling for even larger scales. AI assistance for even larger code bases, hybrid approaches for combining monorepos and polyrepos, and hopefully peaceful coexistence with the other code change management processes. So yeah, that was it. Thank you, guys.